Hello friends, in this chapter of sampling method, we will see few of the numericals based on sampling method. Let's see one example. In a sample of 16 observation from a normal distribution with a mean of 150 and a variance of 256, what is the probability that the sample mean is less than 160 and what is the probability that the sample mean is greater than 142? See, before solving this problem, we will have to first understand what is given here. To understand it better, pay attention on the word normal distribution. When normal distribution is given, then we will understand that this is being talked about population. That means normal distribution is the distribution of the population, and when the distribution of population is given, then here the mean 150, that is mu 150 is given, and x bar, as we know, x bar is the sample mean, so here x bar is the sample mean 160. Here n is 16 and variance is 256, and when variance is given, we will have one formula, that is sigma is equal to square root of variance. Here sigma is equal to 256 square root, and by calculating we get sigma 16, and we also know one formula, that sigma x bar is equal to sigma divided by square root of n, that is 16 divided by under root 16, 16 divided by 4, and finally we get sigma x bar is equal to 4. We have also one formula of z. Z is equal to x bar minus mu divided by sigma x bar. Here mu is 150 and sigma bar is 160, and sigma x bar is equal to 4. I am repeating again. Here x bar is 160, mu is 150, and sigma x bar is equal to 4. By putting these respective values on respective places, that is 160 minus 150 divided by 4, we get the value of z, 2.5. Now to know the value of z, we will have to go and see the probability table of z factor. There we see the probability, there we see the value of z factor in probability table for 2.5 is 0.4938. Now friends, pay attention on this figure. Here normal distribution is given, okay, and in normal distribution we know mean, mode and median are all equal. So we see here in normal distribution, if we divide it in equal pattern, 0.5 and 0.5 will be the value, but here a little deviation is here, and that little deviation that we find from the probability table of Z, 2.5, that is 0.4938. So here the one portion is not 0.5, that portion is actually 0.4938. So to know the probability, we will add 0.5 and 0.4938, we get 0.9938, that is 99.38, that is 99.38% probability is the correct answer. Now for other sum, what is the probability that the sample mean is greater than 142? Here sample mean 142 is given, n is 16 given, variance is same as 256, and mu is 150. Okay, and we know when variance is given, then we have one formula, that is sigma is equal to square root of variance, that is 256 square root, we get 16. And the same value and in the same manner we have also one formula, sigma x bar is equal to sigma divided by square root of n. There we get the value 16 divided by square root of 16, that is 16 divided by 4. 4 is the answer for sigma x bar. And we know we have also one formula, z is equal to x bar minus mu divided by sigma x bar. Here x bar is 142, mu is 150, and sigma x bar is 4. Then we get the value minus 8 divided by 4, that is minus 2. We will ignore here minus, so we get the value of z 2. Now from the probability table we will get the value of z for the value 2. From the z table we get the value of 2.0, that is 0.4772. Now see friends, here one figure given here. As we say, this is the normal distribution, and in normal distribution mean is equal to mod is equal to median. So here in normal distribution, if we equally divide, this portion will be 0.5 0.5, but here this is a little deviation here. Actually there is a little deviation here, 0.4772 is actually the real value of this region. So we will calculate by adding 0.5 to 0.4772, that is we get the value 0.9772. That means 97.72 is the correct answer. Now the second problem. In normal distribution with mean 56 and standard deviation 21, how large sample size must be taken so that there will be at least 90% chances that its mean is greater than 52? As we know, normal distribution is given for population, and so for a normal distribution with mean 56, that is mu is 56 here, standard deviation is 21, so sigma is 21 here. How large sample must be taken? So here sample size is being talked about, so here small n we have to find out, and probability is given here, that is p is 90% and its mean is greater than 52. Its mean, that means samples mean as we know is sigma bar. Here sigma bar is given 52. So we have been given here mu is equal to 56, sigma is 21, probability is 90%, and x bar is 52. 90% chances mean 0.9. Now just see the figure here. Probability is 90%, and if we divide using normal distribution, we know when we divide it equally, then the range will be 0.5 and 0.5. Since the probability is 0.9, so one portion is 0.5, the other portion is 0.4 obviously, so we get 0.4 here. Now since we know 0.9 is the total distribution and one part is 0.5, then other part must be 0.4. now we will see the reverse value of z factor using probability table. Reverse value of 0.4, that means for 0.4000 we will get the value of z from probability table of z factor 1.29. In annexure it is given there. Just go and look your annexure given in the book. Okay, since we know the formula, z is equal to x bar minus mu divided by delta x bar. Here we have to find n, and how do we find n? Since we know delta x is equal to sigma x bar is equal to sigma divided by under root n. Okay, by using that formula we get z is equal to x bar minus mu multiplied by square root of n divided by sigma, and through that we know we have square root of n is equal to z multiplied by sigma divided by x bar minus mu. By putting the respective value, we get the value of square root of n is equal to 6.77. By squaring both the sides, we get the value of n 45.83. so here the sample size is 45.83. just go through this problem with your cool mind and pay attention on the question given, what is given there, and you have formula in your hand. Actually I should say you have formula in your hand, and by calculating, putting respective values on respective fields, you will get the value of n. In the next chapter we will also see few of the numericals based on sampling method. Hope you must have enjoyed and understood two problems just we have seen. Thank you.